What up, everybody? One second. Gotta make sure this door's shut. Hold on. Because right next door to where we're at is the laundry room. So it's like super loud. I'll have the door open. So tonight's gonna be good. It's gonna talk about, or I'm gonna talk about, is it more beneficial to work out in the morning or work out at night? We're not gonna like break down like all the science, but we are gonna break down some pros and cons. Or I guess we'll break it more down of why you should choose the morning or why you should choose the night, and what I prefer, and kind of what my experience has been with both. So we'll get into that in just 1 minute. We'll just kind of wait for everybody else who wants to get in the stream tonight. We'll give it another couple of minutes and then we'll get going. I don't know about you guys, but like I've had a massive headache all day long. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weather, but man, it's like my head's like, feels like it's like 7 sizes bigger than what it's supposed to be. And I'm repping out the university, baby. Let's go. Also, I noticed that like my brain's kind of like spaghetti. While I'm talking about one topic, I'll kind of like jump into another. So I wrote down some notes for us to make sure we stay on task tonight. Okay. And let me just say this. Let's talk about everything first. Let's talk about the whole morning, like why I think you should work out in the morning or why I think you should work out at night. Let me get through all of it before you start like getting mad or saying that's not true, or that happens at night as well. Like, let's just break it all down first. It's gonna not be too long, but don't just go ahead and criticize. Just wait till we get through everything and then make your decision. Then I have like a funny little YouTube clip I found. I think you guys don't know Dr. Oz. He kind of went over this very, very slightly in one of his episodes, and I thought it was kind of, let's watch it, you know? But let's get started. Morning time. What pros are with the morning? So, and hold on, I'm gonna look at my phone, okay? So I'm gonna look down a little bit. Okay, so a big thing with the morning workouts, hey, what's up, Alex, is usually, not everyone, and this is gonna be, that's how it's gonna be for this whole thing, is like, everyone's different, but this is usually the case, okay? When you work out in the morning, you usually feel fuller throughout the day, more alert, and you're not as hungry. You get the body churning. Now, this doesn't mean you're not hungry after you work out, but I always mess up this word. Satiated, I think is how you say it. When you work out and you have your normal breakfast or protein bar, you usually feel more satiated and full as time progresses than someone who just wakes up and has a big breakfast. Now again, that may not be for everybody, but for most people, working out, getting the body going, jump starting the body pretty much, and then when you have your meal, your small breakfast, protein bar, whatever it is, you usually feel fuller, longer. You're more alert because you're awake. And just from a few studies done by some colleges, it's been shown that you have, and this is not very much, but people who work out in the morning usually have 100 to 500 calories less a day because they just don't feel as hungry. So that's not even like based on diet, that's just based on hunger. So take that as you will. Big thing is, and I'm a morning person, so I feel this. When you get up early and you work out early, you usually are pretty tired at the end of the day, and you usually go to bed earlier. And this is a struggle for a lot of people, but one big thing about fitness is recovery. And if you saw my post today on the Zingler Fitness page, we kind of talked about recovery days. But if you work out in the morning, usually your body is tired on time. Like when the sun goes down, you're winding down. And so you go to bed earlier, get more sleep, and obviously you guys should know when you're sleeping is when you recover. So morning people usually get more recovery in their sleep because they go to bed earlier. Alex, how are you, bud? All right, now take this with a grain of salt. This can be true for a lot of people, and some people it just may not be. You know, we all have different body types. But in most cases, when you work out in the morning, how do I write it? You rev up your metabolism. And I'm not going to break. No, I'm not calling you out. But you rev up your metabolism, and so you are burning calories all day long. Now, you're doing that regardless. I mean, if you wake up, you know, your body's just burning calories anyways. But for the people who are getting up at like 5 or 6 a.m. and working out, their metabolism's cruising, and it's already been cruising for 3 hours. When the people who had to be up for work at 9 don't get up till 8, their body doesn't get started till then. You see what I'm saying? So people who work out in the morning, their metabolism revs up early and is chugging all day long. And so it helps burn calories all day. Now, that does not mean if you don't work out in the morning, you're not burning calories all day. You are. But the people who get up early, things get started earlier for them. Cortisol and growth hormone. These are two things that really help with metabolism in our bodies. And these are at their highest. These chemicals are at their highest in the morning time. And so usually, okay, again, take this with a grain of salt, but if you are working out on a fast, like you haven't eaten yet, and you're at the gym, your cortisol and your growth hormone levels are at their highest. So you have the potential to burn more fat in your workout. There's a lot of things that go with that. It doesn't just work like that, because if that was true, everyone would just work out in the morning and all of us would be skinny. But it can help with burning more fat. So take that. This is Cinnabon flavored coffee. It's terrible. And I thought about this too. Fitness is about mental and physical, right? And from my workouts in the morning, when I used to do it in the morning time, I would feel accomplished. And I think this is a really big factor for the morning crew, is when you get up and get something done, you're already ready to take on the day. And I think that's huge nowadays, because a lot of us have a lot of things going on, family, work, stresses. And when you get up in the morning and you get a huge workout done before half the world's even awake, you get this feeling of accomplishment that you take that with you the whole rest of the day. No, wait till I get to the evening, Alex. I'll tell you. Because I work out in the evenings. So, but feeling accomplished, I think, is a very big key. And it has shown too, more people are consistent when they do mornings. This is because usually with stresses in life, at the end of the day, people will let this consume them, and then they'll figure out an excuse to not work out at night. So feeling accomplished, getting things done early in the morning, I think is a huge factor for working out in the morning. But the biggest things I want you guys to take away is it can help rev up your metabolism. And what else did I put on here? Yes, and rev up your metabolism and help burn calories and help focus on burning fat, just because of the cortisol and growth hormone. Now, let's get into the evening, people, okay? One of the key factors for the evening workouts is you're prepared and fueled naturally. So what does that mean? Okay, well, your body's had calories all day. It's had time to wake up, get moving. And because you've had breakfast, you've had your snacks, you had your lunches, you have your calories needed to really give a good performance in the gym. So your body's naturally fueled up, ready to go. This is why in the morning time, if you ever go to a group session, like my group sessions at Zingler Fitness, Zingler Strength and Conditioning, same thing. The morning times will usually have a little bit longer warm up just because it takes a second for the body to get fueled up and ready to rock. Whereas the evening people, it's not that you're ready to roll right when you walk in the door, but your body temperature and everything's already kind of cooking. So, boom, your body's prepared naturally for the workout. Now, hear me out here. The evening crew has a slight performance boost. And let me tell you, you have calorie intake, you've had time to move around and wake up. Your internal core temperature is higher towards the afternoon and evening part of the day. Okay. So, all this together, this is great for strength training. Now, I'm not saying if you work out in the morning, you would bench press less than you would bench press it in the evening. That could be the case. It could. You get a slight performance boost because your body's ready to perform at its greatest, in a sense, when it comes to strength training. So I'm not talking about, if you just want to get on the bike for 20, 30 minutes. I'm talking about when you're lifting weights, you might have a slight boost at night because it has shown that your performance can be a little enhanced. Now, most of these tests were done with athletes. I know a lot of us are not Division I athletes. I am not. But I think there's something to be said about that, where your body is filled with nutrients, you're awake, you're alert, you've had your time to rest, and your core temperature is at its highest. Your metabolism's cruising. Usually people will perform slightly better in the evening when it comes to strength training. A good thing I wanted to bring up was with the evening crew, you get a slight energy boost after the workout, right? You feel good, you feel alert, you're feeling great. It doesn't mean you can't go to sleep. But if there's things that need to be done at night, like if you're a night owl and you have work or meetings at night or whatever it is, I think evening workouts are really good for you because it kind of gives you another spark of energy to finish out the day. So with the morning people, like if you're getting up at 5, 6 a.m., whatever, and you're working out, it's really hard at 8 o'clock at night to continue working. So I think if you're one of those people that just has a lot of work at night, going to the gym can really, really give you a little spark of energy. Now, saying that, there's been a lot of like this and that if you work out at night, you can't go to sleep. I will say if you want to work out at night and then go right to the shower, then go right to bed, you're probably not going to fall asleep. But study and research has shown that working out at night does not keep you up. It actually helps you, because of relieving stress, anxieties, actually helps you go to sleep. So I don't think sleep's a factor for the evening people. Mental health benefits. I just kind of mentioned this. And again, I think fitness is both mental and physical. When you work out at night, it's a huge stress reliever. And the fact that like all the things that you got to go through that day, the hardships with your boss, the things that didn't get done or didn't go well, you're able to kind of release that anxiety, that tension, that stress in the workout. I think that's really, really important. Whereas the morning people, you're done at like 6 or 7 in the morning or whatever the case may be. And then you have the whole day at work and stuff that you go through. And so I think it's really important on a mental level where if you have a really high stress job, that evenings might be really good for you because you're able just to kind of put it all at the gym and then right after that, relax. Instead of working out in the morning, then having that huge stress at work right after. That can be difficult. And then, I put for evenings, you set yourself up for a good night's sleep, which we kind of just went over. Pushing yourself, working out, obviously we know can make you tired, but it is just a myth that if you work out at night, you have to stay up late. I'm telling you guys that do not go to sleep on time, it's probably because you're down in like Starbucks coffee right before you go home. That's obviously going to keep you up more than a workout at the gym's going to. So let's talk about the conclusion here. What do I think? I think if your whole mentality is to sweat, burn calories, and try to lose weight, I think the morning time's good for you. Just because of the initial metabolism boost, because you are in a fasted state. I'm not saying that means you will burn more calories than someone else, but I think it helps to target fat when you are working out in a fasted state. But if your objective is to be stronger, perform in the gym, which a lot of us are like that, we're not trying to lose 10 pounds. I think the evenings are for you, big time. So should I stop working out in general? That's a good point, though. You know, you said as a joke. Morning or night, you know, whatever can help, whatever you will remain consistent at will always be the winner. But I do think in just a small little margin, if your whole mentality is to sweat, burn calories, and just lose weight, I think the mornings are a really, really, really strong option. But if you want to perform in the gym, you're trying to hit that new bench press max, if you're trying to be at your absolute best and you're not a morning person, evenings are for you. And I think that's why a lot of athletes, if you ever look into that stuff, a lot of athletes train in the afternoons and evenings just because they perform better. And you know, too, a lot of people will give people crap because they take a nap or they're tired in the day. I don't think taking a nap, or if you're not a morning person, staying in bed and resting and then working out in the evening if you know you're going to do it, because recovery is huge. And if your body's telling you to rest, you need to. Now, for the people who just rest because they're lazy, that's one thing. But when, you know, if it's really hard for you to get your sleep, I would rather you sleep in and then work out in the evening if you just cannot. What about working out at night? Like night? Same thing with the evening. The only thing is you won't go to sleep if you work out, go to the shower, and go right to bed. I mean, your body's cooking and churning after a workout. There's so many things going on. But when your body's able to settle down, you can go to sleep. So I'm thinking if you're working out at 11 o'clock and you need to be in bed by like 12, that ain't happening, Chief. But yeah, so again, morning people, you can still burn calories, you can still lose weight, you can still see progress if you work out at night. But I do think there are benefits to those who just want to sweat and lose weight to work out in the morning. And I think for those who want to work on their strength, that's really important to them to get those extra couple reps in. Evenings are best for you, as long as it works with your schedule, of course. There's a lot of contingencies, I think is the word. There's a lot of contingencies with that. Does that make sense? You know, Lola wouldn't... All right, so I gave Lola a bath today, and she's really happy about it. But she won't come out here. I'm going to see, before we watch the Dr. Oz thing, I'll see if I can get her out here. Yeah, okay, the only thing about the mix is I'm not against mixing it up. This is the problem I have. This is just from personal experience. Is my body gets used to working out at a certain time. So let's say this, like I used to work out at 6 a.m. all the time, okay? And my body knew, like, for the rest of the day, I have this, and this, and I'm done. When I start working out at night, and again, it's just kind of how your body works, it'll feel like, okay, well, I still have the rest of the day to go, even after the workout. So it depends on how the mix works. That's a good question. You will still see benefits regardless. And I think if you keep it the same Monday mornings, Tuesday nights, but if you switch it every other day, I think it puts your body in a spin because it can't get on, what's it called? Just a habit, a schedule. And I think that's important for your body to like be prepared. You know, if you work out every single morning, your body's prepared for that in the morning. It's kind of how it works. It's kind of cool. So a mix isn't bad as long as you keep it consistent. I just wouldn't recommend you just choosing off the whim. Have a plan and stick to it every week. But again, just because your cortisol and growth hormone levels are at the highest in the morning does not ultimately mean the morning people always burn more calories than you. But there is potential there. So if you're one of those people, it's like, I want every inch of help I can get, I would start focusing on that. Any more questions on that? Man, I'm drinking a lot in front of you guys. I'm over here just looking at it. I'm drinking a lot. I'm super thirsty. All right, let's watch this Dr. Oz thing. And tell me this real quick, too. I think this might be the right one. Okay. Is this view going to bother y'all that I'm right here? Because I can get rid of myself. I don't think it will. And the only reason I wanted to pull this up is because I know a lot of people watch Dr. Oz. He's a super smart guy. I get it. I just don't like how they did this. But let's watch it. Let me know your thoughts, okay?
Question begins with a tale of two workouts. There's Brooke, who works out in the morning. There she is. And there's Courtney, working out in the evening. She's actually running. So when is it really better to exercise? We've actually brought both of our exercisers. They're sisters, Brooke and Courtney.
Oh,
here.
yeah, sisters, baby.
So before we get into all this, who gets to say I told you so more often?
Yes, I do.
Brooke does?
I just let her. I'm older.
You just let her.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
are
bossy.
older. Yeah. It always never goes away, does it?
Never.
Always a little bit. Let
that go.
All right, so let's talk about time of exercise. Why, Brooke, do you think the morning is the wiser time to exercise?
Because none of my children are awake yet. I get up. As tired as I am, once I start moving, I get going, I get it out of the way, and I'm done.
Courtney, why do you think your sister's completely wrong and evening is the right time to go?
Because for me, I have to get up, go to work. By the time I get home, dinner, the only time I have is the night to do the workout. So I can rewind, get my workout, and then go to bed eventually.
So at least you with Courtney on this one, I gather.
Well, I am, because well, 4:30 in the morning is not a kind of morning person I am. And honestly, if you have kids, as you know, the only time I have free is at night, after dinner.
I like the morning. First of all, I feel like I can be proud the rest of the day like I am now because I already worked out this morning, right? The whole day I'm celebrating because I already did it. And I feel like I feel physically, mentally looser. So to find out, because there's no easy answer to this, we asked Brooke and Courtney to be part of a very dangerous social experiment. We called in
This one
Oprah's
gets
Live Your
ugly,
Best
people.
Life fitness
It gets
expert,
ugly.
Laurent Amzalag. Come on in, Laurent. And he designed a 45-minute workout for his sisters.
Now, disregard what
You
he
have some very
says,
specific
okay?
instructions.
He's
What
going
were-
to talk about, like, eating carbs and stuff in the morning. Let's not worry
Yes,
about that.
okay, the first thing we did is to start off before the workout with some carbohydrates. Okay, we're gonna talk about food first. And imagine your body as a car going on a trip, right? What do we need to do? Is to fill up that tank with fuel. And the preferred fuel before a workout is carbohydrates. Then when we went to the workout, what we did is we start with 30 minutes of strength conditioning and then 15 minutes of cardio.
All right, so we use 3 criteria to evaluate you guys. We're gonna have to talk about this openly, no holds barred, even if you're sisters. First, compliance. Did you skip because of what time you worked out? Second, side benefits. Is it better for your sleep and for your energy level, depending on if you worked out in the morning or the evening? And finally, calories burned. We want to know which one actually got you into it more. You worked harder, therefore burn more calories. All right, Brooke, you go first. Let's talk about how many times you worked out this week.
I did it every day.
Every day.
Every day. Well, not today.
Not
Nice
today.
job,
Okay.
Brooke.
I had to get
Proud
up
of
too
you.
early.
Courtney?
Every day.
So you tied.
But she can still work out tonight.
Yes, I can.
She's
I didn't miss my time.
No.
Yeah.
They picked the best
It
pictures
ended last
to be
night in
selfies.
business. So you guys, if you don't intend on skipping, if you can keep doing it, that's fine. So no points for that. You both are equal. Okay, second up, energy benefits. Actually, let's talk about sleep first. And you talk about energy, because you like the energy stuff.
Okay.
So how did it affect your sleep?
Well, I found that as the
Notice the lights dimmed a little bit.
week, super tired.
Follow the,
As the week went on, I started to sleep better.
Courtney, honestly, Courtney.
I believe that.
For me, it took me a while to fall asleep. Once I fell asleep, then I was okay. But it made my day go longer because I wasn't fully
I
tired
feel
yet.
like the edge might be the morning.
Well, okay, so energy-wise, how was your energy after working out in the
Oh, it was
morning?
great because it was like it recharged everything. I think my metabolism kicked up and I was good
Alright,
to
let's
go
skip
for the
this one,
day.
this one.
And your energy?
To get home to then work out again.
I really do think I'm ahead on this. I'm just saying, but you know what, let's let it be decided by calories burned. Because if you're excited about working out, if you got a routine, you'll burn a lot of calories. And if you're not that excited, you're just doing it because you have to do it, maybe you won't. So you guys ready to reveal? All right, how many calories, Brooke, did you burn in the entire week? Ready?
2,220.
Oh, yeah, go, Brooke. High
Courtney?
five.
835.
Oh, 835. So it looks like you burn a lot more calories in the morning.
That's my problem.
All right. So that's that. Yeah, I don't agree with it just because like it's kind of dumb how they decide like which one's better, who burn more calories. But I think there's some truth to the fact that like consistency is key and how you perform. I think you like it all comes down to sleeping. It really, really does. If you have trouble sleeping at night and you can't get your 6 to 8 hours, I would literally rather you stay in bed and then just work out in the evening than come in and feel like poop. I really would. But it was kind of funny. I just wanted to show that I don't think they give any justification whatsoever of why the morning's better. I personally don't even work out in the morning anymore. I work out in the evenings. But I think that you will see most people say they are consistent and reaching their goals and going to the gym when they go to the gym in the morning, solely because of kids and work. But I do not think Dr. Oz did a good job there in describing which one is better. So I just want to get your guys' opinion or give you a little laugh. I mean, can you imagine like your sister's like, yo, I burn like 3,000 calories, and the other girl's like, I'm on national television, I only burn like 800. I stink, you know? It's kind of brutal. Anyways, that will kind of conclude talk tonight. Do what one works for you. Sleep is absolutely key, though. Gotta get your sleep in. So if you're not a morning person, you don't have to try to be. But performance, you're an evening person. If you're trying to just do your absolute best, get those extra couple reps, maybe an extra 5 pounds on the bar. If you're really, really focused on just doing your absolute best, evenings for you. If you're looking for fat burn, sweating, losing calories, I think mornings are best. And a little mix and match. It's okay as long as you stay consistent. Your body will get into a habit, and if you change that up every so often, it kind of throws you through a loop, which is why maybe some of you guys who do mix it up like that, you just kind of just make a decision whenever you want. You just don't feel it when you come to the gym, and it could just be because you're throwing your body off. That really is a thing. So, but I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Do y'all have any more questions over any of that? And Lola is definitely not going to come in here. She's not feeling it tonight. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. If you could leave a like, comment, whatever, helps me out. Love you guys. If you're watching this at another time, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like or a comment or a dislike if you didn't like it. And then let me know if you have any other questions. Just reach out to me by any of these social medias right here. I love you guys. Have an awesome, awesome night.